We are back at it with some more MX bikes, and we are testing out the brand new 18.3 preview bike for the OEMs. And yeah, this thing is insane. It is so good. It is so good. So earlier today on Sunday, December 10th, the OEM team actually dropped the preview for a 250 and 450 KTM. And we've been riding them pretty much like all day, and they are amazing, man. Here's some details regarding the preview bikes. Once again, we have been working hard to improving our bikes, and we are ready to share with you our first set of preview bikes for the 18.3 update. This covers everything from changes to the virtual rider, suspension, tires, and more. This should provide a more lifelike and intuitive, oh my god, I can't speak. This should provide a more lifelike and intuitive experience when riding. That was so hard to say. Oh my god. As always, no changes seen in the preview are final and are subject to change based on your feedback before the release. If you have constructive feedback for us, feel free to leave it in the Discord or on this form right here. And if you guys aren't already supporting the OEM team, you guys should definitely do that. They drop these preview bikes for everybody to test out that is already supporting them. If you don't support them, you can't actually get these preview bikes because they're locked to your GUID. I would do it, man. I would definitely do it. They also drop like model swaps too that you guys can get. I think it's worth it. But I've been testing these bikes on Rust, aerial test track, as well as the K-Bill stuff. And yeah, these things are amazing, man. The slow physics are 10 times better in my opinion. I haven't got a front end jackknife yet, and I've been playing it all day. I'm not even kidding you. Like, that's how good these bikes feel. They do feel like they have a little bit more power, and I was talking to Doc about that, and he was just mentioning that it's because of the tires. So the tires are getting changed, as you guys heard in the description, right? And that's what makes it feel like it has a little bit more like oomph. And I definitely noticed it on the K-Bell track because that track is obviously massive. And I also noticed it on this track because as you guys know on TikTok, I've been trying to hit this rhythm section directly behind me, and I wasn't able to get it. Like, I wasn't able to get it at all. Yeah, I hopped on this bike. I just put my setup on from the other OEM. And holy cow, I got a third try. I'm not even capping. Oh my god, I overjumped the crap out of this. But I got a third try. Like, it was insane. I'll definitely show it for you guys here. Here we go. Look at this, dude. It's so easy. Like, it took me all day yesterday just to even get close on the old OEMs. And I just got it third try. Once again, third try. Like, it's just nuts. The cool part about, I think, these physics too, is you're gonna get like the weird slow physics. Like, let's be real. However, it's been updated like crazy. Like, I don't think you're able to do like this without getting like a weird jackknife. Like, someone please tell me that you're able to do this before without getting a weird front end physics thing, you know? Like, this is nuts. And like, I was trying to slow down and trying to like demonstrate like everything like slow physics wise. I'm going on the barrels here, the tubes. But like, I feel like I'm not getting any weird instance in that front end, you know, and I think that is a huge W. The only bad part, I guess, with this update is the scrubbing is not the greatest anymore. I haven't really noticed it. I don't scrub a lot. Like, I personally just don't do it a lot. If you guys watch my content, I'm not a big scrub guy, you know, but I know a lot of the top guys are, and I definitely should be, you know, but I just don't do it. But I heard that it kind of defeats the purpose for it again. So that's the only bad takeaway. I don't even have that takeaway because I don't do it. But at the end of the day, I mean, I think these physics are just way better. I'm going to show you guys the slow physics on like the old OEM compared to this. Give me a second. So hop back on the other OEMs and let's test out the slow end right here. I guess you can do it. I take everything back. I take everything back that I said. Okay, you can't go too far. But like, I noticed like just right there. You guys saw what I was doing on the other bikes. Like, you just can't do that. Like, it's just, dude, the new OEMs are just so much better. I gotta give it to them, man. They made the slow physics, the ground physics, insane. It definitely feels way better. I got on these bikes just to do like a pub race, like probably like an hour later after riding the preview bike for like an hour. Bro, I couldn't even go straight. Like, I was struggling. The OEM, the updated ones, dude, the 18.3, excuse me. It's insane. It's insane how good it is. This could be a placebo effect here, but I went onto the aerial test track, and I feel like the whoops are easier on these bikes, especially like the stone whoops, you know? I noticed it when I was testing them out earlier. I felt like it was just a little bit more stable, like everywhere, like whether that's in the rhythm section, more in the whoops, man. I really felt like the stability in the whoops. Whether that was on this aerial test track or the 2024 start your system track. I'm not going to say the rush track because those whoops are just easy in general. I could do them on the other OEMs, but like I swear, like it's just more stable. Like I don't know how to say it, but you guys got to try it and like see. Maybe it's my setup. Big shout out to Little K, that's his name, who sent me a DM. He was like, yo, you want to try out one of these setups? I tried it, and it was probably a bad idea that I tried it on this bike because it felt really good. And I went to the other OEM, it felt all right. Like that setup that he made was like perfect for this bike. I don't know, it just felt different. It just felt different, even though they're the same bike. They're just updated, you know? Let me go through the whoops one more time. I'm going to show you guys the start your system whoops too, because those are pretty tough as well. I felt like these are like the hardest ones. And I swear, dude, like they just go through it so easily. I just don't judge that one. Don't judge that. I should also mention that I have only ridden the 450. I have not tested out the 250. I might do that for another video. How about that? I'll do that maybe for another video, or do like a racing video with it if we get a lobby going or something. But I mean, the 450 just in general feels really good, and I don't see how like the 250 would change that. I feel like the 250 would also be pretty good. I'll definitely check it out though, and I'll definitely make maybe not a full video or do a full video or just tell you guys my thoughts when I make another video. I don't know how we're gonna do it, right? But at the end of the day, I mean, these bikes feel amazing. That's a horrible run up. I want to show you guys these whoops, man, because I just feel these bikes are just really good. And I know that's like probably everybody's gonna say that, right? Like maybe they'll have some like cons with these bikes, man, but I mean, I'm like missing these whoops. Like if you saw my front end, it was skipping like a whoop every other one, and I was perfectly fine. Like I have no idea why it's so good. It could be a setup. Let me go to stock setup so you guys know that like I'm not tripping. I'm on default Dan setup right now, like literally the stock setup that you get with these preview bikes. Let's go through the whoops. Come on. I know it's good because when I went on the K-Belt, I didn't even make a setup for this, and I think I ran my fastest lap. Here we go, through the whoops. I mean, you're telling me that that's not really good? I mean, I know I got a good run, but that's a stock setup, and it didn't even bounce in the back end. Another thing I just saw when I was playing K-Belt, overshooting stuff, when you landed it to flat, perfect. You don't get that weird bounce. I think like the last OEM did a good job of that as well. You don't get a weird, like crazy Poboso bounce, but this one feels like it doesn't even bounce at all sometimes, you know? It just lands flat and you just keep going. Let's go through this again. Kind of messed up. You can see my front end dropping, and I was still going through them perfectly fine. Like, dude, I don't know. They did an awesome job with this. I'm not even gonna cap. It just feels more stable, feels more consistent. Like, everything. The cornering just, you can actually like go all the way low without worrying about your front end just dying, and I totally messed that up. That was my fault. I want to show you flats. Which section would be good for a flat? I guess K-Belt. Let's change to another track. While we're at it on this video, we're going through like every track possible. So we went over to the K-Belt, and I want to show you guys the flat landing for these bikes. Like I said, they're a little bit similar than the last OEM updates. I just felt like if I over jumped something, like it didn't matter. Like I was gonna land it. Like I felt like the last OEMs, I would have probably got a weird like left to right like physics there once I landed that, and this one you just land and just keep going, man. I could be tripping, like it could be a placebo effect like I've been mentioning, and I might hate these later on. Just using them today, Sunday, December 10th, I'm in love with this. I'm in love with these bikes, dude. Like these bikes are really, really good, and I hope this is the final product. I don't mind not being able to scrub, dude. Like I don't scrub in general, like I just don't. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm hoping that this is the final product. Like, I swear, like, I am not getting a weird Poboso jackknife in anywhere I go, which is really, really good. I mean, like, I showed you guys earlier. Like, you don't get that weird ground physics animation anymore, you know? Look at that. You just keep going. I've already crashed 3 times if I was on the other bike, you know. So I don't know. Like I said, it could be a placebo effect. I'm just hoping that it's not. I'm just hoping that it's really not. I'm excited to just get some lobbies on these. I know probably won't have them. Not a lot of lobbies per se. Just probably with friends and stuff. But I'm hoping that some people put up lobbies and we can actually like do some racing on them. Shout out to the OEM team. I think they're doing an awesome job with these, and I'm excited to see what the other bikes feel like. I'm really excited for that.